Hello, guys. Welcome back to Weekend Live. My name is Nisako, and today I'll be your host. And I'm so honored to host one of the finest guitar players from Nagaland, Mr. Atsa Roths. Mr. Atsa is the winner of one of the prestigious guitar contests, Epiphone Zakk Wylde contest in 2007. He has been a part of iconic bands like Frequency, Ecstasy, INCIPIT, Three's the Company, the Gearman Dudes. He has sessioned for some of the best artists in Nagaland. He has won numerous awards and accolades, both as an individual and as a band. And I'm so honored to host him today. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Atsa to the show. Hi Atsa, welcome
Hello.
to the show. I'm a big fan, so honored to host you today.
Thank you
How
for
are you
having
feeling?
me. I'm excited, nervous. I'm really not comfortable in front of the camera, so
Please do feel comfortable. I do have some interesting questions for you. I just want to begin by asking you, when did you start playing the guitar and what was the inspiration for you to pick up the guitar?
uh, I think I started out playing when I was in high school. Around, I think I was in class 7, 8, I think. But then uh, I never thought that this would be my career, or just it was just a time pass hobby thing. But I was always interested in music, and so I think I took it seriously only after I was in college.
That was how many years after you started playing?
That was about maybe, I want to say 3 years,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay.
So I mean, I wasn't serious into playing just your normal
Yeah.
cowboy chords,
Mhm.
your traditional chords and whatnot. So I could sing and play. I wasn't so serious about it. But then in college, my roommate, he was, I don't know, my mind was blown when I saw him
Okay.
play the guitar. So then I decided, okay, maybe he inspired me a lot, actually.
So, is there any other instrument that you were also interested in, or was it just guitar?
Funny thing, the first instrument that I wanted to play was the bass guitar.
Bass
Yeah.
guitar. Okay.
So that was after listening to Iron Maiden,
Okay.
Steve Harris. So, but then I have very tiny hands.
Okay.
So like all my friends, they make fun of
Gotcha.
the size of my hands. But then like the bass, I think the first time I picked up the bass, I got blisters all over my fingers.
Okay.
But then I decided, no, that's not for me. Then I wanted to play the drums,
Mhm.
but then that was also not happening.
Okay.
So I guess somehow I fell into
I think you made the best decision. You are truly one of
I
the
guess so.
finest guitar players around.
Thank you.
And also, when you started learning the guitar,
Hmm.
there was no internet,
Yes.
nothing, and then resource can be man
Mm-hmm.
komti na
Right.
proper resource ki bola.
True.
So, apni do like how did you learn?
See, when I first started out, I was in class 7, 8, I guess.
Okay.
So, I was in a hostel.
Acha.
So the seniors, they play and everything.
Mhm.
But then alop sorom lage na seniors kan
Acha,
lasode
oh, yeah,
bajabole. So I'll watch them play whatnot,
Okay.
and then tahan na thakadam de
Uh-huh.
lokai na China. I'll practice.
Okay.
So it started out that way,
Uh-huh.
and then I had another friend of mine since high school. Like we kind of started out together.
Okay.
So every time I learned something new,
Mhm.
like I'll show him,
Tay-
see,
tay
dude,
digaw.
see what I learned,
Ah.
and then he'll learn something new. He'll show me something,
Acha.
So that
I mean,
went
that's
back
awesome.
and forth. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then like I mentioned before, like after I saw my college roommate play,
Okay.
I used to bug him a lot to teach me how to
Okay,
play.
okay.
This teach me that song, teach
Oh,
me that
who's
thing.
that college friend of yours? Is he still playing?
He still plays, not professionally,
Okay.
but he jams
Uh-huh.
and whatnot. But he's a teacher now,
Okay.
government teacher now. But his name is Imti Manba.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that was how I started, and then just friends sharing licks,
Atsa,
you know,
Atsa,
just
yeah.
showing each other. Or
Were you also like कानबाट बेसी उठाइरहेको छ होला गानाले
it's all ears.
All ears,
yeah.
Mhm.
So, I mean, those days, even the materials that we got to learn from, like those hot licks and whatnot.
Hot licks.
I mean, you couldn't get the original ones. You know, you get the pirated ones.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, that's the only way. Yeah. There was no video also. There was no VCD or DVD or anything also. So we'd get the dub audio version of it.
Okay.
So learn from there, from the tape recorder and whatnot. And then, you know, by ear, you try to learn the song as close as you can. And then the funny thing is, like, if you listen back to those songs that you were learning those days, you're like, oh no.
Nowhere close, na?
Nowhere close.
So many times.
Those days were like, exact bajaya na. But then now when you go back and listen, okay.
Yeah.
What the hell was I playing? You know?
True.
But then I think that way you get to develop your own.
Yeah. Years.
Okay, it wasn't like that, but then it was sounding close, so maybe. So you kind of make it work.
Okay. And I also have to say, when you won that contest, Epiphone.
Yes.
I believe this was the guitar.
Yeah, that was the guitar.
This was the guitar. That really pushed me to also, practice more.
That's humbling to hear.
You have been truly an inspiration to me. Regarding inspiration and all, I'm sure Abdi, when you started playing the guitar, you must have had one guitar player.
Of course.
Like not the local one, global or even national. Who was that? Or I mean, if it's more than one, who were those?
I think one that really pushed me was Randy Roths. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I had a cassette. It was not from his Ozzy days. It was prior. It was Quite Riot. It was a tribute album.
Yes.
It was a tribute album. So I think that album was really the thing that wanted me to guitar bajawale josh lagai diya. That album was one. And then I was always a fan of those Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and those days. But then I heard Ozzy Osbourne, and then Randy Roths was part of Ozzy Osbourne's first two albums. So that's
I do notice some influence of Randy Roths in your play. And if you don't mind, do you remember the first riff that you learned? Can you recall?
I think the first riff that I learned was like, I think someone showed me how to play.
Can you kindly show us if you don't mind?
I don't. I think it was Crazy Train or something.
Crazy Train. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes. One of the most iconic.
Or something like that. I don't know.
And one thing that I also really admire about you is your longevity, consistency. You are one of the most experienced musician in Nagaland right now. You've been doing it for quite some time now, and even now you're not slowing down. You are part of many projects. Project Stardust is one, and I've mentioned a few bands in the beginning. Today, what drives you? What drives you to do the things that you are doing right now?
First of all, playing the guitar is all I know.
Okay.
I'm not good at anything else. I'm okay at playing the guitar. That's how I feel.
Okay. I disagree. I think you are great.
Honestly, that's how I feel. I'm okay. I manage. I fake it till I make it.
Okay.
But that's one thing. And then I'm just a big fan of music in general.
Okay.
Not just playing the guitar or instruments or singing or anything, just as a whole. I'm just a big fan of music. So I think that's what drives me
today.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and if I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't playing the music,
So right now, I believe you're posting contents on Instagram, your YouTube. You do have a YouTube channel as well. So like, do you plan it out? Like, okay, this week I'm gonna do this month. I target this many videos, or just you feel like it.
It's impulsive.
Okay.
Like funny the funny thing, the YouTube thing. I don't know. I don't even remember when I started out, but then the Instagram thing.
Okay.
The funny thing about it is, I wasn't planning on it or anything.
Acha.
So with my band,
Mm-hmm.
we would play a lot of those party songs or cover songs. So we'd get hired to play weddings or birthday parties or private parties and whatnot. So most of those songs, they don't have those shredding solos and whatnot. So like my chops were getting weak.
Okay.
So I was like, no, this will not do it. Like,
Okay.
how much can you play by yourself? So I decided, okay, maybe just to keep up my chops,
Oh yeah.
and then so that I don't lose.
Yes.
So I started learning all those solos of all those songs that I love,
Okay.
that I grew up listening to, and then so that's how, like, just to keep myself in the.
And you're also a very good singer. Not many people know that. I mean, a lot of people know that. People that have watched you.
I can hold a tune. That's
And you have this Gearman dudes thing.
Yes.
You do the vocals there.
Yeah.
Even Tree is a company. You do the vocals there.
Sometimes.
Backup.
Sometimes, yeah.
So you do all your recordings by yourself at home?
Yeah, I do all my recordings at home.
Okay. The vocals, guitar, and everything.
Yeah, everything at home.
Okay.
By myself. I'm still a novice. I'm still learning how to.
I mean, so far from what I've heard, it's great production.
Thank you so much. Like, I have friends, those who are into those things professionally, So I think I started recording myself only after the lockdown happened.
Lockdown.
Yeah,
Atsa,
the COVID thing. So, like, there was no gigs happening.
Yes.
And I wasn't getting any recording. Like, even if I do get, like, I couldn't go to the studios and record. So I was like, no, I need to learn to record myself.
Yeah.
I've been playing for so long. I've been recording. I've been doing session work and whatnot, but I had no idea how to record myself or whatnot. So during the lockdown, I got myself some few home recording equipments and whatnot. So that's how I started. And then, fortunately, I have good friends that that are into this full time. So if I have any doubts or if I have anything, I ask them and they'll
I mean, it's a great initiative that you started because I personally enjoy it so much. Last time I was on Instagram, your covers and everything, I really enjoyed watching it. And now, for now, we're gonna have a performance of one of your songs. So can you tell us about the song that you're about to play? Anything?
This first song,
it's your original, right?
Yeah, it's my original song. It's an instrumental track. This one's called Afterglow.
Afterglow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, a funny thing about this song is, I was just in bed with my guitar.
Okay.
I was lying in bed. It was just one of those lazy days, So I was trying to remember a lick. I think it was a Nuno Bettencourt lick.
Okay.
From what song was it? I think it was "Stop the World" or something.
Stop the World. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a section in the lead solo that goes something like.
Yeah. Can you show?
I know.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm butchering it, but then I was trying to, just. I mean, I had my phone nearby. I had the computer nearby.
Yeah.
YouTube. I could have listened to it, but then I was just trying to by memory,
Atsa.
Trying to figure out what it was. What was that section?
Just in your head.
Yeah. So somehow, I was like, no, it's not that. It's not that. Then somehow, like, I was messing up. I was butchering it, and then somehow, I think
without the guitar, right?
Not with the guitar.
With the guitar. Okay.
Not plugged in.
Atsa, not plugged in.
So I was like, okay, maybe this.
Okay.
It's not exactly what I was trying to accomplish, but then maybe I can make a song out of it. It was something. So that's how this song came out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, looking forward to your performance.
Thank you.
We're going to have a performance of Afterglow right now. Please enjoy. Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. Afterglow, that was. Thank you once again. So I just wanted to ask you, when you are writing songs,
Mm-hmm.
how is your songwriting process? Does it start with a melody, a riff, or you write the melody first and on top of that you come up with the riff and the chords to support it?
It depends. It varies. Sometimes I'll just have an idea for a riff,
Okay.
and then I'll build up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it just stays as a riff. It's a song doesn't come out of it.
Okay.
But there are times when I'm just like, I'll just come up with a riff and then,
Mm-hmm.
build up on that,
Yeah.
build up, and then somehow, honestly, half of the time I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm just playing guitar, having fun.
But at the end of the day,
At-
you always come up with some of the best melodies in the guitar.
Hopefully.
And then usually, are there times where, there's a melody in your head
Mhm.
and you transcribe it in the fretboard? Has
Yeah.
there been...
So, yeah, a lot of times, I'll have this melody in my head. Like, most of the melodies that come, I'll try to transcribe on the guitar
Okay,
sometimes.
okay.
But then, it so happens that the things in my head, I can't play those things.
Okay. Mhm.
So somehow,
But
to
then
make
in
it
the
sound
process of
in the process of
transcribing...
that, something else comes out.
yeah, something else.
Yeah. So, like, I can only play what I can play.
Okay.
I can't do more than what I play. So, the things that I hear in my head, and then what my fingers can do.
Yes, yes.
So so that's how it goes. But then most of the times it's like I'm not thinking about shredding or
Okay.
those things. That's like
So you would put melody over technique?
always
Okay.
technique and shredding and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just secondary. I don't
Okay.
even think about it.
Atsa.
So that happens randomly when I'm recording. Like for example, I have an idea for a song.
Mhm.
Like I have a theme
Mhm.
for a song. So I'll record the riffs, the main melody and whatnot, and then
Okay.
if the song calls for shredding at that part, I
Okay.
have, and maybe I'll have fun with it. Random on the spot, I'll come up with something.
Okay.
I don't even think about what I'm gonna play. I'll
Okay.
just do something. Okay, this sounds nice.
Mhm.
That like I'll do multiple takes of it and then see which one sounds better, something like that.
And the song that you just played is
Mhm.
challenging, right? It's not one of the easiest songs to play. There's some technique stuff going on.
Yes.
So how does your practice schedule at home look
Mhm.
like? What do you do for warm-ups?
Honestly, I don't really warm up or practice. Like, of course, I do practice. I don't call it practice. I just call
Okay.
it playing.
Playing.
I just play the
Just pick
guitar.
up the guitar
just
and then
pick up the
noodle
guitar and
around.
just noodle around.
Mm.
It's not a really good habit actually, but then
Okay.
that's just my process.
And in terms of when you are, let's say you've been away from the guitar for 2-3 days,
Mhm.
and then your hands are a little stiff. Is there any exercise that you would do to open up your fingers? Is there anything as such?
No particular exercises or anything. I just play what I can.
Okay.
Just so
Okay, cool.
just keep playing, and then the thing, like most people, I guess, they just think that since I play the guitar, I can just play anything I want. But then it takes me hours and hours to get to where I want to play.
Yes,
So
yes.
I don't think about it as a practice, as a regiment or anything, because I just hate the word practice.
Play.
I just play.
You just play.
I just play what I can at that moment in time.
Okay.
Whatever comes out, it's coming out. Whatever. Then, out of nowhere, inspiration will strike. Okay, this sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Maybe this can be a song, or okay,
Yeah,
maybe this I can add this, or I'll just play on YouTube or something. I'll just play some songs, and then maybe I'll hear something that I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to learn that.
Okay.
So it takes, it's a long process, but then I think the trick is to not stop playing.
Just be
Yeah,
consistent
just
with
be
it.
consistent and keep
Mhm.
playing, and then there are some riffs that you just can't pull off. You just can't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too complicated,
Mhm.
whatnot, or it's too fast, or But then, like for example, I'll be practicing a section of a song of a solo or something. Like I just can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 hours, and then I'll just leave it, and I'll go to sleep or something.
Okay.
And then next morning I wake up, and then suddenly I can play it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe
You don't put too
Subconsciously,
much
yeah,
pressure on yourself.
I don't.
Yeah.
And as far as possible, I try to play as little as possible.
Okay. 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 Well, why is that?
I mean, when I say as little as possible, I'm not.
I think that's still a good amount of hours.
Yeah, like
little for you.
When I say little, I'm not saying that the hours or anything.
Mhm.
Just my playing,
Okay.
like shredding wise, or even when I'm writing a song or I'm doing something, or I'm doing a session work for someone or something like that. Like the first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, how can I get away with this with the least amount of playing that I can?
Okay.
Fill the song with the least amount, like
Just serve the song with
just
what
serve
is
the song.
required.
Yeah,
right?
what is required and
Uh-huh.
not excess.
Okay.
As with as little as possible.
Uh-huh. And also, you session for a lot of artists in Nagaland and also outside
Yes,
Nagaland,
yes.
right? So when you are going to the studio to record a certain part for someone,
Mhm.
are you the person that just goes to the studio, listen to it, and figure it out on the spot, or do you need the track beforehand, like let's say the night before, for you to prepare yourself? Usually, how do you go on
Usually,
doing this?
when I'm doing sessions, I prefer to come up with stuffs on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I find that when I get the tracks in advance, and
Okay.
I'm just, because at the end of the day, when we go to the studio and record it, like
Hmm.
ini alak ho jay na.
I understand. I've
You know,
been there.
so it's a waste of time.
Huh.
So and I feel like that spontaneous on the spot,
Hmm.
like there's some magic there that
Exactly.
happens there.
Exactly.
So when it's too, when I prepare in advance in something,
Yes.
I feel I don't know, maybe it's just me, but then I
Okay.
feel like it's sterile. It's like,
Acha.
you know,
Mhm.
that there's no life in it. It's
Yep.
too prepared, you know.
Mhm.
So that danger, that excitement, and
Mm.
that thing, I think that's what.
Yeah, and also I want to talk about techniques.
Uh-huh.
You do seem to have a lot of techniques, dialed in your hands. And when it comes to just pure guitar techniques,
Mhm.
what are your most used techniques? What would you say are the ones that you use the most?
See, uh, I'm not. I don't have any, this qualifications in this or theory or
Okay, okay.
I've never taken any lessons or such,
Okay.
or any formal lessons
Mhm.
or anything. I'm just by ear
By,
and then watching and listening others
Yes,
play.
yes. Mm.
So technique and all this, like I said earlier, like half of the time I have no idea what I'm doing.
okay.
So it's just, okay, this sounds good to me,
Mm.
so I'll play that.
Acha.
Whatever sounds good to me, and then
Mhm.
whatever comes naturally to me.
Mm.
Sometimes like you have your alternate picking or your economy picking, sweep picking or whatnot. But then it's not like I'm writing a song. I'll do alternate picking here.
Uh-huh.
It's
Acha,
not that.
acha.
It's just like, okay, this part needs some fast runs.
Okay.
What can I do there?
Acha.
Whatever comes naturally,
Mhm.
something like that. So
That's very nice to hear.
mostly, most of my playing is mostly by feel only.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about technique, or I'm not thinking about,
Mhm.
I'm just, okay, does it work? Does it sound good?
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, you have a lot of experience playing live,
Mhm.
sessioning in the studio. You are one of the most experienced musician currently. When you go up to the stage, do you still, to this day, experience some kind of stage fright?
I won't say stage fright or
Like a lot nervous, like
of course.
Okay.
There's always that sense of,
Acha.
that-
How do you overcome, like, for someone young who is watching
Mhm.
the show right now, what would you recommend to overcome some of
I
those
think
frights?
the trick is not to think too much.
Okay.
Just play.
Okay.
Just play. Don't think too much.
Mhm.
Like, even to this day, after I've been playing for over 20 years now.
Yes.
So I still get nervous to go up on stage, but then it's the first song, or maybe a song or couple of song or two. Like, once you get through that,
Yeah.
then that's
And then
it's,
It
you
flows
don't even
very
think about it.
smoothly,
Yeah.
right? Uh-huh.
So it's that initial thing. But I think the trick is not to think too much about what you're gonna do,
Okay.
or because if you have prepared
Yes.
in advance, your rehearsals, your practice
Yes,
at
yes.
home, and during the jamming and whatnot, then playing live, it's the same thing. It's just that they're
I mean, if your preparation is good,
yeah, if your
confidence
preparation
to
is
thagi
good,
jai
yeah.
na?
So as long as you prepare,
Mhm.
so
So before going to the stage, apni ritual hai? Like, do you like warm up a certain guitar part, or like, is there something you?
my only ritual is to check if I'm in tune.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it. And I'll just play.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my warm up before the stage.
Okay. And also, you've been on the stage so many times talking about tone. Na?
Mhm.
Uh, I personally notice that wherever you play, whether it's in the club or in the open air, you know, you always find a way to make yourself sound good, nice, sweet. So, stage जाइए ना अपनी what is your sound set करने, what is like your strategy?
Uh, my strategy, I mean, I don't have any strategy or such. It's just, I just, when I'm dialing in a tone, I don't think about, okay, how am I going to sound?
Okay.
I think about how is the band going to sound
Atsa.
as a
That's
general
nice.
mix.
Yeah.
You know? So, because there are times when, you dial in a tone that sounds so good when you're playing
Okay.
alone. When
Ah.
just by yourself alone. It sounds so good that, but then in the context of a mix, you
When
get
everyone
lost.
is
When everyone comes in, it gets lost in the
Uh-huh.
mix. So and there are times when the tone sounds really bad. It's so hard to play.
हाँ.
But
But बहुत
then-
रकात करे ना.
In the context of a mix, it sounds good.
Mhm.
So that is something you have to compromise and adjust.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that comes with years of experience
Acha.
in playing, and
You just have to
yeah.
show up,
So
experience.
like I still, there are a lot of mishaps that happens
Okay.
live still now.
Mhm.
It's not sounding good.
Mhm.
You're not getting the amp that you like.
Uh-huh.
But then at the end of the day, the people who are listening, they don't know that.
Okay.
I mean, they don't care about that. They
Oh,
just
no.
want to
Go have a good time.
good have time, and then hunias na na
Oh,
itu
yeah,
ito.
oh, yeah.
So itu compromise kuri na.
Mhm.
You have to
Also, talking about sound, आजकल तो so many digital amp simulator.
Mhm.
Most people are just letting go of the physical amps
Mhm.
because it's so much easier to carry
Yes.
digital. अपने लागि, what is your view on that? Like, are the digital ones coming anyway close to the real physical ones?
I think my personal view of it is it sounds so close right now
Okay,
with the technology that have come so
that's
far.
yeah, that's
Like
nice. to hear.
it sounds close, but it doesn't feel
Like the real
Yeah, yeah.
physical amp.
like the people who are listening to it. Okay, it sounds good, but then the one who's playing it,
Exactly, maybe I've experienced that
Yeah.
many times. Huna manada, okay, they might be
mhm,
having a good time, but the playing, you
yeah,
to be able to
and
feel it.
especially coming from the generation where we've been playing with
Real amps.
amps and whatnot. So, me personally, I don't prefer using digital.
You would go for physical anytime.
Physical amps anytime.
Mhm.
But then there are times, situations where you cannot.
Yes.
So, adjust kurule ulai jai na.
So, apni currently when you're up on stage, in terms of pedals, can be kiki chalai na. If you can kindly share some of those to the viewers.
I'm just using a Newx Cerberus.
Okay, that is a
That is
effects and amp modeler both.
not an amp modeler. It's just an FX.
Okay.
With it's kind of like half analog,
Acha.
half digital. So the drive section is analog,
Mm-hmm.
and the FX section is digital.
Mm.
But the good thing about that is it has an IR loader.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can. So it has two outputs,
Mm.
one with that IR, one without IR.
Mm.
So I can use both.
Mhm.
I can go direct to the mixer board,
Yes.
FOH, or I can use my amp. I can use both.
Acha.
So that's very flexible.
Okay.
So that's
Do you use any external drive or delay, reverb?
depends on the gig.
Okay.
But then just that servers alone,
It
it's
pretty much
it-
covers it up, no?
pretty much 90% of the gig it
Acha.
covers up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, are you a single coil or a humbucker person?
It depends.
So what does it depend
It depends on the song that I'm performing, and me, like there are some guitar players, my friends, that can just pick up any guitar, any amp, any equipment, and then just play flawlessly.
on? I can say the same about
And
you.
No. Me, I'm very, very tone driven.
You are being very humble right now.
No. Honestly, if I don't have a tone that, if I can't dial in a tone that
Okay.
is comfortable for me, I just can't play. I mean, sometimes you have to
Mm.
just power through. You know,
Okay.
like you feel like, yeah, feel like it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like you didn't get the tone that you want.
Acha.
But then, upay nahi, that's just
Mhm.
the show must go on, right?
Mhm.
But then, kuan is na. What was I saying?
You're saying a lot. So usually single coil or
Oh, single
humbucker.
coil or humbucker.
Yeah.
So,
I think little bit of both.
both.
Mhm.
Because, see, I'm mostly playing. Most of the gigs that I play are for cover songs.
Okay.
Cover song gigs.
Acha.
So you have multi genres,
Mhm.
like from pop to country to rock,
Yes.
metal sometimes.
Yeah.
So you can't be going to a gig and play metal on a single coil. You know? Of course you can, but then it
Yes.
doesn't sound right, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it depends on the song.
Okay.
So
Abni, you do have a good collection of guitars. I have noticed that, and usually Abni guitar ekta, you're planning to pick up a guitar to purchase a guitar, na? What aspect of the guitar do you check?
first thing first, the neck.
Okay.
Is it comfortable to play?
Acha,
play
comfort.
on? Yeah,
Comfort
comfort.
first.
The neck first. The secondly, I would think the feel of
Acha.
you know, sometimes
Sits in your
how
body.
it sits in my body and how comfortable I am. Like for example, there was this guitar that I bought. It was a cheap guitar, chord,
Chord.
a
Okay.
chord with the Floyd Rose and everything.
I think I know that
Yes.
guitar, the black
So
one.
that guitar, the first time I picked it up, it felt like
Oh.
a guitar that it felt like a guitar that I've been playing for years.
Okay.
You know, so like every guitar has their own character, and
Yes,
you know
yeah.
sometimes you have to fight it
Ah,
to get used to it. For example, this Les Paul, it has a really big neck,
okay.
and then I have small fingers,
Acha.
small hands, so you know it just you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
fight it.
Mm.
But then that guitar, it felt like home, like I've been playing that guitar all
Acha.
my life, you know.
Mm.
So itu na.
Mhm.
So usually, the first thing that I see is the neck.
The neck.
The neck. That's the thing. The body, the configuration, it doesn't matter for me.
I think that thing comes
Yeah,
last after
Last day,
comfort feel comes up.
Oi.
So I guess any person planning to purchase a guitar, I think that is very important, na? Comfort feel before just the configuration in one thing, you know.
And so also it depends on, not really, but then ki genre bajaule mun jaye aise,
Oi, oi.
you know, like you want to play you're playing metal, so you need a guitar
Something
with
heavy.
something heavy, humbucker takina, some high output pickups, or then you're playing blues, then you need someone with low output pickups, single coils, na.
So yeah, thank you. I mean, you've answered a lot of the questions. I believe we will have another performance now. So, what is the next song that you will be playing? Is it one of yours as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Can you tell us something about that song?
this song, I just named it Joy Boy.
Joy Boy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Joy Boy.
that's
So because that song came about last year, I think it was around, when was it? September, October, I
September.
guess.
so
I
it's
don't know.
pretty fresh.
It's pretty. I haven't
Played
record-
live.
I've played it live maybe couple of times, one
Okay,
two
okay.
times. So, but the thing is, I don't know if you're familiar with One Piece.
One Piece
that
that
animate-
manga.
Yeah. That.
Oh, okay.
So, I think it was last year, the Luffy, the main character, he just got his 5th gear.
Okay.
You know, like he has his powers, first gear,
Acha,
second
acha.
gear. You know, so 5th gear, he's like God mode.
Okay.
So that mode, the name is Joy Boy.
Joy Boy.
Yeah.
So that is how
So,
the
like,
name of the
I
song
was
was
just-
derived.
I had just finished watching that episode,
Okay.
and then I was just playing the guitar, and then somehow, and I always wanted wanted to make a music that's like animated,
Acha, acha.
those theme songs, the soundtracks, and all. It doesn't sound like that, but then
Okay.
at the back of my head, I always wanted to
Okay.
make some music like that. So after watching that episode, I think that's what inspired me to write this song.
Okay. I'm
Yeah, so this one's
really excited for this.
called Joy Boy.
So we're gonna listen to Joy Boy, inspired by the anime One Piece. Please enjoy. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you for that performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, in terms of projects that you are engaged in, Kiki, what bands or what projects are you busy with right now?
Right now, my band INCIPIT, we're still active.
Okay, INCIPIT.
But yeah, we're still active, but not as much as we used to be before.
Atsa.
But then, yeah, INCIPIT, and then right now I'm working on a project with various different singers,
Okay.
and it's
Is
called
there any name to that?
the Stardust.
Stardust.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stardust project, Stardust. So it's
What-
just new. We've just played a couple of gigs, maybe 2-3 gigs during the Hornbill or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an experimental type.
Not really. It's more of a. We have a main core band members,
Okay.
just the musicians,
Okay.
and then
I believe you're the guitar player and the director for that
yes,
project.
I
Yeah.
serve as the musical director for that group,
Okay.
and then but mostly we play cover songs,
Cover songs.
and it's more of like a tribute,
Acha.
just celebrating music,
Okay. That sounds
the thing is, we have permanent core members, the
Okay.
musicians,
Mm.
and then we invite over singers, vocalists, artists to perform with us,
Acha.
depending on the gig. Because not all singers can sing all songs.
Yes, yes.
But then we would like to
Mhm.
try to, sob te hat lagay di ulit.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
not just, we want to play pop, rock, or
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the gig,
Acha.
we invite in singers and
So like no genre, no specific genre, anything.
not specific, anything goes.
Acha,
So it's fun for the musicians as well.
Yes, yes.
Quite challenging also. But then we get to play.
Uh-huh. And also last year DMF, you
Yes.
played with yourself, Atsa
Yes,
Roths,
yes.
right?
I think,
Is that a project that you'll be continuing this year?
I'm not sure about it
Hmm.
because but maybe hopefully this year I'm planning for a solo album. My
Okay,
solo album with
that
all
sounds
instrumental album.
great, huh?
So maybe if that thing happens, and if things work out, maybe I can continue with that. But
Yes.
As of now, it was a one-time thing.
Acha.
Yeah.
Also, like when you are playing, just you, Atsa Roths, you are the vocalist, the front man, you are the guitar player, right? But then there are certain projects like INCIPIT where you are the guitar player.
Yes.
Different to Bishes, na?
Okay.
Like priorities is different.
I mean, not exactly. I mean,
Okay.
the whole time I'm just there having fun playing the guitar, So even when I'm like, I love singing.
Okay.
I love to sing. I hate my voice. I don't like listening to my recorded voice.
It sounds good,
But-
trust me.
Thank you, you're too kind. But I love singing.
Okay.
I really love singing. So more than playing the guitar, I love singing.
Okay.
But then the thing is, I hate my own voice. No, I don't. Kimek talaga. Nijol awas
I think most people do that.
So-
My निजोला recorded voice एकदम अल्छी लगे त मुझे.
So whether I'm doing my solo thing, like upai nahi, I'm doing my solo thing, so I sing there.
Yeah.
Or with the Gearman dudes.
Okay. Yeah, German
With the
dudes as
Gearman
well.
dudes also, I handle the vocal duties also because we're just jamming to all those things. But then with Incipit, I handle the backing vocals.
Yes, yes.
So any comfortable area de hoy jai moi laga na.
Yeah.
So it's
By the way, you just mentioned about releasing a full-length album, right?
Yes.
So is that going to be guitar-oriented or vocals bhi thakibo na? Is there any plans? What have you thought about so far?
plans sinya to nahi de. No plans, but then most probably it'll just be a full instrumental album, guitar
Na?
instrumental.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So any release in the coming few months? Anything new coming up with any projects? Any live shows, gigs?
The project band that I was talking about,
Stardust,
Stardust.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a gig on 18th of March.
18th of March. Where is it?
It's happening at Sovima, the Nordic Olympics.
Okay,
for the
okay.
opening ceremony.
Okay.
The same band we played for the Naga Olympics last month. So they wanted us again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, looking forward to that gig. So I believe we're gonna have one more performance.
Yeah, one more song.
What song is that?
So this song, this is also quite recent. I think around the same time as the previous song. But then I recorded that song, and then I didn't have a name for it.
Okay. Do you have it now?
For now, let's just call it "What If."
What if? Okay. Okay. So, guys, this is another new song, What If. Stay tuned, enjoy, and also catch him live on 18 March in Sovima, right? Yeah. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a beautiful performance.
Thank
A
you.
beautiful tune once again. I had so much fun talking to you this entire episode. We've come to almost the end of it. Before I let you go, is there any message that you would like to give to any person, young person or old, who is watching this show and who wants to make a living playing a guitar? Is there any message as such?
Uh, have a backup plan if this doesn't work. Just kidding, just kidding. It's not easy
Yes.
to make a living being a musician, full-time musician.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sacrifices involved and whatnot. But
Yeah.
then, I guess it's kind of a cliche. But then, if you believe in it,
Yeah.
you can make it work.
True. 100% I agree with you. Thank you so much, Atsa. Once again, it was such an honor to host you.
It was a pleasure.
To all the viewers, thank you so much for watching us. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and support our channel. This is Weekend Live, Dreaming Out of the Box. See you next time.